Have you ever spent months posting content that just went nowhere?
Still do.
How long do you think that you should test a strategy before you change it?
I'll be honest with you, ladies. I don't really test anything.
I don't either.
My strategy is more like throwing crap at a wall to see if it sticks.
Welcome to the Dirty Heifers podcast. Soap making, small business, and so much more. Let's get dirty. Welcome back to the Dirty Heifers podcast, the show where three small business owners get together to talk shop, talk smack, and occasionally offer advice that's actually useful. If you're new here, we're here for the makers, the small business owners, and anyone who has ever Googled how to price handmade products at 2 in the morning. Before we get started, today's episode is sponsored by Warm & Fuzzy Soapery. Warm & Fuzzy Soapery creates luxurious handmade bath and body products designed to give you that cozy, comforting, warm and fuzzy feeling. From thoughtfully formulated soaps to beautifully simple packaging, everything is made with high-quality ingredients and a focus on skincare that feels as good as it looks. If you want your daily shower to feel a little more like self-care and a little less like rushed obligation, check them out at warmandfuzzysoapery.com. And now, let me introduce the women who are about to help me dismantle half the advice on small business TikTok. First up, Jessie from Country Lather Soapworks is our resident Southern Belle, and the only person I know who can say something wildly insightful immediately after mispronouncing a 5-syllable word. Jessie keeps us grounded, keeps us laughing, and keeps reminding us that sometimes the best advice is just good old-fashioned common sense.
So accurate.
Next, we have Dr. Shauna from Bawana Bath & Body, our official voice of reason, and the only one of us with an actual doctorate. She brings the science, the logic, and the occasional reality check when Jesse and I wander too far into chaos.
Which happens a lot.
Today, we're talking about something every small business owner has heard approximately 1,000 times: advice. Specifically, the most overused advice in small business and what actually works instead. Because if we followed every piece of advice on the internet, we'd all be posting 8 reels a day, finding 17 niches, and going viral before lunch. But before we get into it, let's check out our word of the week.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, it's spelled Platitude.
It's a fat attitude.
A fat
I thought you were going to say it's a
attitude.
platypus attitude.
All right. Okay.
I see plate in there, and I'm hungry, so I'm saying fat attitude.
Fat attitude. Okay. That's not it.
No.
Can
not
you
else. Pronounce it.
pronounce the whole word?
Platitude.
Platitude. Good. Okay. Would you like me to use it in a sentence?
Sure.
During a heated discussion about business strategy, Shauna offered what sounded like profound wisdom, but Margaret suspected it might just be a well-polished platitude she saw on a motivational coffee mug.
I think I got this one. A platitude is like sugarcoating. Like
No, not really.
no. Okay.
But
Well,
I
then
like
I'll
your
give up.
guess based on the sentence. It made sense.
I
It's
can make sense every
basically
now and then.
an overused phrase or statement that people just repeat it so often that without thinking, like, follow your dreams, or just be consistent, or, everything happens for a reason,
Well, all of which are correct, but anyhow.
All right. Do you have a redneck word of the week?
I do,
She's
but I gotta
working
go
on
to the
it, I
printer and
think.
get it.
She's working on it. I can tell she was working on it while she was talking.
Both disappeared.
Okay, so this
Sorry.
is technically not a redneck word of the week. This is a town within the state of Mississippi. And I will say this is in the extreme northeast corner of Mississippi.
It is spelled Luka.
Luca.
No, it is spelled Iuka.
Oh,
Oh, I see.
Sorry, see.
Mhm.
It looked like an L. IUK.
Ayuka.
It is Ayuka.
Okay. Tell us some fun facts about Ayuka.
Well,
Now I got a song stuck.
I
in my
gotta,
head.
I gotta
Song.
find them first.
Yeah. You got Ayuka, Ayuka, yeah. Chacamofino, anane.
Chuckamofina.
Yeah, you were the only
now.
one that had that in your
Hey
head.
now.
This
I
is how
go
my
like
brain
go on,
works.
eh?
Somebody will say one thing, and a song will get stuck in my head.
And then you start a song, and then I will be singing it all day.
Sorry. It's not a bad one to have in your head. So.
No, that's a fairly innocent
Okay.
one.
My grandma.
So, Ayuka, Mississippi is a historic town in Tishomingo County, located in the northeast corner of the state. It was founded in 1857 and named for a Chickasaw chief. It is renowned for its 1862 Civil War battlefield, natural mineral springs, proximity to Pickwick Lake, and it is located near the highest point in the state of Mississippi, which is Woodall Mountain, which stands at like 800 and some odd foot tall.
That's short like you?
Oh yeah.
That is the tallest point in the state of Mississippi.
Okay.
That's pretty pitiful. Okay.
Look,
All right. Hey,
look.
the mineral springs. I'm there for that. Do they have spas? We can go hang out.
I doubt it.
Womp womp.
So, we're talking about the most overused advice in small business. Right. First one up, just be consistent.
Yes.
Right? How many times have you heard just be consistent? It's
I tell you
totally
right now,
overused.
when I first got on TikTok, I used to stop on all these videos that had advice on how to like post your videos and when to post your videos and what to post your videos about and how to do it. And then I saw another account that's saying something the exact opposite, and somebody else is saying something completely out of line with the other two, and I'm like, you know what? I just scroll past them now.
Right.
I followed these rules, and I got blah, 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 blah.
Well,
good
yeah,
for you,
those
bye.
I kind of scroll. In the beginning, I fell for that too, and I watched all of them. But it's totally overused because that makes it sound like consistency alone is guaranteeing success, and we all
Right,
know that
and what
that's
is
not true.
consistency?
That is so far. I mean, yes, to an extent, consistency is extremely helpful.
Right.
But I'm gonna get down to brass tacks of it, and this may hurt some folks' feelings. But I'm about being truthful. Okay, you can be consistent in all the things, but if you don't have a personality, you ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right, but you can also consistently do the wrong thing. So just because it's consistent doesn't mean that it's right. You know, you have to find something that works and then do that consistently.
That's it.
And that's
you
the
have
hard
to
part.
find what work, and we can't tell you what's gonna work like it's black and white because there is no such thing with social media. You have to find what works
differently
for
different
you.
people. Right.
Exactly.
Have
It's
you
like
ever-
take for example Justin Danger Nunley. He starts all of his videos with a little clip that will just blow your mind. Somebody being stupid, or it'll be something like throwing a rock off a bridge. And just before it hits the water, he cuts it and says, "Hey, listen, did you know?" That's what he is known for.
Right.
It's a simple thing, but the way he does it, you're going to sit there and watch it.
Right.
He found what works for him.
So have you ever spent months posting content that just went nowhere?
I still do.
Yep. How long do you think that you should test a strategy before you change it?
I'll be honest with you, ladies. I don't really test anything.
I don't either.
My strategy is more like throwing crap at a wall to see if it sticks.
Right. It's so funny because I said to John today, I'm like, about consistency. I'm talking about this, and I'm like, who knows what to be consistent at? It's just like throwing spaghetti on the wall, figure out which piece sticks, why did that one stick, and keep doing it,
But then they change the algorithm on it. You figure out your little thing, and then they change the algorithm. So then,
Yeah.
Yep.
So the better advice, rather than tell people be consistent, it should be consistent with the things that actually move the needle. Be consistent with your email list. Be consistent with your repeat customers. Be consistent with your product quality. Be consistent with your customer service. Those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell people to be consistent, I have to break it down because there's lots of people that start small businesses. COVID was full of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they'll start a business and they'll get everything rocking and rolling, and things don't start raining. And what do?
They quit.
They quit.
Jump ship.
They quit. Okay, I tell people all the time, you have got to treat that small business like a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I mean, which that's
Well,
kind of.
I quit my marriage. What?
That's kind of a moot point because a lot of people. Well, you had a reason, okay, but there's a lot of people that they're like, I don't feel the vibe, and they quit. They divorce.
Yeah.
As soon as it becomes work.
Exactly. And that same thing with small businesses. As soon as it actually becomes work, they quit.
Yep.
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Exactly. I can't tell you how many times I walked in this building, didn't have the good vibe check or whatever you want to call it, just was not feeling it. But you know what?
Just kept going.
I still kept going. You know why? Because I'm too cotton-picking hard-headed to give it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got to be consistent in that you got to find what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to treat that small business like it's a marriage.
Right.
Mm-hmm. One that you're actually committed to.
You can't just give up on it. You've got to
exactly. You can't just give up. You got.
Yep.
It takes work, and that's just such a thing. People think of small businesses because they pop up all the time, like, oh, you can do whatever you want. No, you can't.
No, not if you want it to be successful.
No, you can't. Exactly. You have got to put work into it.
Yep. So
how many times have you guys been contacted by someone who's like, how much money do you make? And how long did it take you to make that? And they're looking for a quick thing to do. And it's like, this is not it for you.
No, this is not a quick money-making gig. How about find your niche? That one is everywhere in makerspaces. Just find your niche. If people treat it like it's some kind of magic bullet, though.
Yeah, it's not, though.
It's not, and it's harder. It's harder to do than you think it would be.
Oh, much harder.
Yeah.
But you can niche yourself into a market that's too small. Right.
Yes,
your
you
niche
can.
has
100%.
to involve enough customers that can support you. I saw a really funny thing today. What did I tell John? A freaking hilarious one. Let me see if I could find that joke. While you're thinking of, did your brand start with a niche, or did you eventually evolve into one?
I don't even know that I have one yet.
Okay. Gosh, what did I say? Why did I have everything on here? I printed out everything twice today for some reason. Nope, I can't find it. But it was like, your niche could be so small. It could be, you make soap for librarians who prefer the reference section of the library or whatever. That's so small that
Yeah.
you gotta make it so that you can.
And there are definite soap makers out there who that their soaps are all book themed, or we know Kitty, whose soaps are overall serial killer themed or whatever, things like that.
But that appeals to a pretty good demographic of folks.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like that's too niche down.
Right. Serial killer, the topic itself is so wide, and
Sadly.
everyone who, is into serial killers should be Warshin.
Definitely.
Everybody should be
multiple
warned.
We
times
would
a
hope.
day.
Please.
Yeah.
We would hope.
But I mean, like for me, it's something I don't think you ever come out the gate with a niche.
No.
I really don't. It's like, your business is like a personality. You got to figure out what your business's personality is, and it typically follows what your personality is. And Me, I mean, country.
Right.
Hard working, and I'm married to blue collar man, and I pared it down to where that's my demographic.
Right.
Just regular folks. That's why I don't make the fancy piped soaps and all the bull crap.
Yeah.
I make what works for people that are just going to grab a bar of soap, put it in their shower.
Well, I think that a lot of people who are looking for their niche look at themselves, and at the same time, you're hearing, you are not your ideal customer. So it's, how do you?
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like you need to make what's going to speak to you as well. If not, you're going to lose the passion for it, number one.
Exactly.
But it's just, you got to have the personality. It's like, I hate making these medical comparisons all the time, but whenever you're trying to pick your specialty in medical school and you're rotating on all these rotations, we tell people, I got this advice and I thought it was weird, but it's so true. Find the group of people that you relate to the most, that like you feel the most comfortable with, and that's probably what the field you should go into, because it attracts different personalities. And I love my job, and the people are just as weird as I am. So we're all in
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, I think we're all in the same category of weird. So like, I think you feel like you may not be your ideal customer, but you still need to have the passion for whatever it is you're doing. Otherwise, you're just going to be going through the motions.
Right. But I also feel like in the beginning, people are afraid to niche down because they're afraid that, if I don't appeal to everybody, I'm not going to appeal to, I'm not going to sell enough. I'm not going to,
You're not, and the reality of that is you're not going to appeal to everybody.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
That applies in life as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
And in soap, you can have your niches. You're a goat milk soap brand, or you do luxury bath products, or horror-themed bath bombs, or, sensitive skin products. There are just so many in our market, but you can't just go down so far that you're really, really limiting. It's difficult to...
And that's one reason why I paired out the tallow soaps. I mean, that's just not my kind of thing, and that's not what my customer base wants. There's whole companies that's all they do is push tallow products.
Right.
Right. They just
how about
you gotta figure out
one?
what works for you.
How about just post more on social media? That's often give to people who don't run a business.
Yeah.
You don't run a business, and you're going to tell me, just post more. Just post more. Because more content does not equal better content.
Right.
No, and I mean, that's true to a point, because if you post enough, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Right.
But if you swing at everything, you're eventually going to make contact with something.
Right.
But how many businesses out there do you see that are posting just the most random stuff? It's just like...
Yeah. I feel like your advice should be focus on intentional content instead of the volume of your content.
Well, it's like if you just post the most random things, you're just posting just to post, and you're really trying to get a business off the ground. If you're posting just random stuff, and that's what catches and goes... you really haven't done yourself any favors.
Right, because nobody's going to go from that random content to go, I should get soap from that person.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever burnt out trying to post every single day?
Yes.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I had a lot of time off last month, and I could not get myself to edit videos. I'm still in this slump right now where I'm having a hard time editing videos because I've got tons of videos ready to edit. I just can't.
What type of content actually brings customers to you guys?
Soap pouring videos. The videos where I'm actually making the product, that is what does the best for me. But, I don't make soap every single day.
Right.
So, it's like...
Well, that's why you've got to vary it.
Specifically the bar soaps. It's specifically the bar soaps.
You put in your educational posts, you can put in your behind-the-scenes posts, you can put in your product storytelling, you can do some customer testimonials. It doesn't all have to be the same thing, but it should be focused and it should be intentional for your brand.
Right.
Well,
so not just post more, but post focused.
intentionally.
So right now, our web guy, we are really focusing on SEO stuff, search engine optimization type things, right? And you really got to think about in that situation, what do people look, or what are they searching? What are they searching for? You know, like they're searching for goat milk soap, or they're looking for handmade soap, or they're looking for someone who makes soap near me, or, you know, and on our website, we're posting, you know, educational stuff, because people are like, so how is handmade soap different from what you buy at the store? And so there's like a whole post about like what handmade soap is and things. So that kind of stuff, you know, it does bring people in.
Right.
It's an interesting, it's what people are actually seeking out and wondering.
Here's another one that people say all the time, or that a lot of makers just believe, is your product will sell itself. You know, like, I make a great bar of soap.
Yeah.
It should sell itself.
Right.
The reality is the market is full of great products that just don't get sold, you know?
Right.
So real advice in that case would be, you know, people buy brands that they trust, not just the product. So,
Right.
you know, when did you guys
You
realize
got to
that
build that brand trust.
Yeah. When did you
Right.
realize that having a good quality product alone isn't enough?
Pretty early on.
Yeah, pretty quick. I was going to say my first 1 or 2 markets,
Yep.
you know, because you could make all this soap and take it and you might sell a third
They
of
don't
it.
know you and they don't trust you,
Right.
and you're not, you know,
Exactly.
what builds trust with customer?
Got to talk to them.
Consistency.
Right.
Consistency. You know, being consistently available, keeping your inventory consistently stocked. You know, your talks with your customers. You know, if you've got one that emails you or whatever, be Johnny on the spot with that, because the more you converse with your customer base, the more they're going to trust you.
You're right.
Well, we also talked before about, you know, posting educational videos, not necessarily to teach people, but it shows people that you know what you're talking about.
Right. Like you were saying
Right.
that your husband might go do
knowledgeable.
fairs for you, but he's not the behind the scenes
Right,
guy.
exactly.
So
So
him
I have to be there.
explaining the product is going to be a little bit more difficult. But also clear branding builds trust, professional photos, good packaging, and, you know, your general customer relationships. How about this one? Follow your passion. That's some good advice, right? Sounds inspirational.
To an
Well, if your
extent.
passion is Yoni soaps, you need to find another one.
Well, passion doesn't automatically equal profitability, right? Clearly.
No, not
I mean,
at all.
we were all passionate about soap.
Right.
I mean, especially in the beginning
but
when that's all we talked about.
How many people do you see that are very passionate about something, and you look at those people and you're like, you're a little off the rocker?
Well,
I
yes.
can think of a few of those.
Right,
They're very
I can think of that.
passionate.
But think about when you first became immersed in the soap making community, right? Not even the soap making community, but like all we did anyway, was talk about soap. We watched soap videos. We made soap. We, you know, read about soap. I went to soap making forums. All that stuff. I was passionate about it. That doesn't equate into sales.
Right.
And
Yeah.
does the passion wane over time? Yes. Do I still enjoy
absolutely.
and love talking about soap? Yes.
Yes.
The sweet spot is your passion plus market demand and sustainability. Like, you've got to balance all three of those at the same time. You just can't follow your passion. You've got to do something about it if you want it to go anywhere, right?
You have to make changes.
Right. Because I don't love the business part of soap making. I hate the business part of soap making. But you've got to balance that with your you just can't. I can't follow the passion of, I'm just going to make soap all the time. It's not going to sell then. It's going to sit
Right.
there. Right.
Right.
How about,
On that thing, I've brought this up before, and some people are like, I don't know about that. But I read something that said having a business is 20% making the product, 80% marketing the product. So
Yes.
you've got to put
100%.
more time into marketing it.
Well, there's marketing, there's inventory management, there's accounting, there's customer service, there's packaging. There's just so much that goes into it. You're not doing your passion. You're not following your passion
Right.
all the time. So giving somebody the advice of just follow your passion without the rest, it's a pipe dream.
And that's what a lot of this podcast is all about, right?
Right. It is
the reality of owning a small business. So
just simple platitude by telling someone, follow your dreams.
It's a platypus attitude.
Anyway. The attitude of platitude. How about if you hear people just say, well, hey, just go viral. Right?
Yeah.
Just go viral.
All those business gurus, they say it though, like you're gonna go viral.
Yeah,
Virality is unpredictable. It is not a strategy.
Absolutely.
We can't control it. If we could, I would be viral every week.
Not only that, we've said over and over again, viral video does not translate into sales.
Not necessarily, right? I have a lot of viral videos that I got 0 sales from. Well, my packaging videos go very viral, but they don't equate into sales. It just equates into other people figuring out how to make this great packaging, What does help? Building systems that create repeat customers. So you get your email list, you do your product launches, you have a loyal community, and, repeat purchase items. Like, obviously, soap is a repeat item. It's a consumable. You're not going to just use it once and never use it again. Hopefully.
Well, that's like a video I made this week, as a matter of fact. It was, how do you support small business? I just pointed out that most people, when they think of supporting small business, they think of going to a craft fair or a market or something like that. They'll buy something cute that's going to sit on a shelf, or they'll buy like a cutting board that they're going to display in their kitchen and never ever use. And I spotlighted the best way to support small business is to find an everyday product that you use at your home and replace one of them with something small business or handcrafted.
Yep.
Nice. I like it. And I know the answer to this for myself, but would you rather have one viral video or 100 loyal customers?
100 loyal customers.
And that's not even a question. I don't know why I asked it. I think I asked it just to see if you would agree with me. I like when people agree with me. How about, is there any other advice that you hear? Or there's the post 7 times a day, or post at this time.
Hold on a minute. Who has the time to post 7 times a day? Because, ladies, I don't know about you, but it takes me like 15 minutes to set up. It takes me just the equipment and everything to get it to where I want it. That's not talking about coming up with a script or an idea. The very, 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 very many outtakes there is. Then you got to edit the booger. Who has time for 7 posts a day?
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't started yet, like, me in the video making this stuff and talking to the camera like you often do sometimes, because I'm concentrating on what I'm freaking doing. I don't want to be trying to figure out what I'm supposed to say to the camera at the same time,
Right?
Well, that's why I just film it and I voice over it a lot of times.
Yeah, that's what I do most of the time too. But then I'm like, well, geez, like, I don't know which one is better, but whatever.
It depends on whatever.
Yeah.
The customers, it's a lot of things.
Do you think going live is still the secret sauce? Really, in social media?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either, and I don't not go live. I feel like you have to go live.
I'll tell you this much. I went live twice this week, and I didn't get any sales off of it, but I did have like consistent 60 people in my room.
Okay.
See, and I'm not even getting that, which is frustrating to me.
Yeah.
Last a couple times I've gone live, and I don't know if it's just because I haven't gone live enough, or if I'm picking bad times a day or something, but it's been dismal.
Yeah.
Before, whenever I went live, it would push out to like hundreds of people, and then you would have like this huge influx of people coming in, and then some of them would stay, some would go, and then if the longer you were on, the more they pushed it out again. And the last couple times I've done it, it's been nothing like that.
No, my last couple of lives got throttled because I mentioned selling products. So I used forbidden words.
I haven't been live on Facebook in a hot minute, like probably 4 years.
I don't think I've ever gone live on Facebook.
No.
I wonder how it would go going live on Facebook now?
Don't know.
It's a good question. We should all test it this week and see how it goes back next week. Although I have nothing to go live with. All of my stuff is packed.
Well, see, I've got stuff to do, but none of it I can go live with.
I mean, I can wrap some soaps. Maybe. So I have, do we have any other pieces of advice that we can think of that you hear all the time?
Sure, we'll think of something as soon as we wrap up.
Yeah, of course. Like the time of day. You have to post at noon.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have to post at 3.
I find my sweet spot is like 6 o'clock in the morning and 6:30 in the evening.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, 6 o'clock in the morning, people are drinking coffee, they're scrolling. Their phones, and same thing in the evenings. They're home from work.
Got it.
So
I
think that's just common sense.
I do 11 o'clock in the morning because I feel like people are starting to go on lunch break then.
Right. Well, I know that when I'm scheduling the clips for the podcast here, if I have 2 clips a day, I always drop the first one between 5 and 6 in the morning, and then the second one around 12 to 3, because I don't want them back to back, and I want them to be available for the entirety of the day, if that makes sense. I don't know that either one of those times is good for us, but that's when I do it.
Listen, so I feel like, we talk so much about when to post, what to post, yada, 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 and I don't think there's any
There's no
answer.
secret sauce.
Right. So, I mean,
There's no secret sauce.
Just try
You
it.
do
just
you.
post it, whatever.
Just post.
It's better to post at a weird time of day than to not post at all.
Right. But post intentionally. Don't just post garbage. So I have a new segment for today, and it's going to be called a Heifer Reality Check. So I'm going to give a piece
Alright.
of business advice, and you will decide if it is Heifer approved, Heifer questionable, or Heifer nonsense. Okay?
Alright.
I only have a few. Maybe 5. First one, charge what you're worth.
I mean, is that's advice or?
That's my advice. Charge what you're worth. Is that approved? Is that questionable? Or is that nonsense?
I mean, that's kind of subjective because, I mean, you might think you're worth $100 a bar.
Right.
Right.
So I think that was questionable.
It's true. You should charge what you're worth, but that doesn't define how you figure that out.
Right. Exactly.
So it's
You're
basically worthless advice.
What you should be doing is figuring out your cost of goods,
Right.
and then marking up your prices that way. Because charge what you're worth. What if you have terrible self-esteem
Right.
and you're charging less
And it's
than your
also
cost
like,
of goods?
your market. Like,
Right.
if Jessie comes out with a $25 bar of soap in her market, people are
That's
going to be
gonna-
like, "Did you fall and hit your head?"
Right.
They're gonna be
Okay.
like, "What are you
Exactly.
doing?"
Yes, because worth and pricing are not the same thing. So charge what you're worth is kind
Exactly.
of questionable. All right, next one. Turn your hobby into a business.
Questionable. Because
I mean-
it's what we did, but you shouldn't turn every single hobby into a
Right.
business. And sometimes when
No.
you turn your hobby into a business, you lose the love for it. So
Okay. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's my pickle with turn your hobby into a business. Most anything can be turned into a hobby. And I'm not being hateful, so don't take if there's any listeners out there that crochet, don't take this the wrong way. Please don't. I crochet, I used to. But I get it as like a local event kind of thing, you sell your products, but it's just not sustainable as far as producing a lot of it.
it's very hard. You have to be very fast at it to make it cost
I
effective.
mean, very, very, very
Right.
fast.
Right. Or
And-
you're creating designs that are so intricate and wonderful that you can sell a one of a kind for a lot of money that makes it worth your time.
So I'm a knitter. We've talked about this before. I knit. I am
Yeah.
not fast enough to sell my products knitting. The way people make money in the knitting community is
Is the
making
machines.
designs. It's machines, but it's also designing patterns. So they sell the digital
other people to
pattern, and that's how
follow.
they
Yeah.
make it. That's
Yeah.
how they make the money.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I just, I see so many people out there like, they start this small business and they're crocheting. I'm like,
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes hobbies should just stay
That has
hobbies.
limit. That's a limit.
Right.
yeah.
That you can sell your products, just don't expect it to be a huge moneymaker. Is what I
Right.
think. What
I mean,
the thing is.
It needs to
a
stay a side
hobby,
hustle.
right? A hobby could be fun to make a couple of dollars off every once in a while. Hey, I sold this. Hey, I sold that. But is it worth it to either have an Etsy store or have your, are you losing money
Well-
doing it? If you're losing money doing it, then keep it a hobby.
You got to look at it from a wide angle lens. Is it scalable?
Right. I mean,
I think in that situation it's more like I love doing this, but there's only so much I can use myself. So
Right.
I'm going to sell
and
it.
there are some like
That's what I'm
sometimes
saying. It should stay a side hustle.
Right.
Right.
It can stay
That works.
something that's going to pay for itself. I
But-
love
but you-
doing
but
this,
you-
and I'm going to sell this blanket, and now that's going to pay for the supplies to keep me going for another 3 months
Exactly.
or something.
You know.
Something like that. But that, again, I think that's a hobby, not as much of a business.
Right.
Something that's right. How about collaborate with everyone?
No.
No.
Questionable.
Nonsense.
Some people you don't want to be
No.
associated with.
Yeah. Choose your
Right.
collaborations carefully. They should boost your business and not bring you down. And how about the customer is always right?
No,
Questionable.
no.
Nonsense.
No.
We have we have
I
talked
love
about
my
this.
customers, but I have run across some folks that they ain't no way they right. I'm sorry.
Right.
How about if you build it, they will come.
No. No.
Happy Field of Dreams, but you got to market it.
Exactly.
I'm
We
like
don't have
Steve Carell.
we don't have a supernatural
This is-
team bringing them in for us.
This is Steve Carell in the office. No.
No.
And I think that's it. This is a shorter episode, but
It's okay.
There's nothing wrong with being short. Don't be hating on short.
I don't hate on short. Sometimes, I mean, short can do. I'm sorry. Let me just
Anyway,
not go where I'm going.
Let's change the subject.
we've already had that conversation off screen once.
Yes. Do we have anything else that we? Any other advice
know-
that we can think of?
I
Be
would like to hear
smart
some of
about
the terrible advice that other people have gotten. I know
Yeah.
that our listeners have gotten
Absolutely.
terrible advice too.
Absolutely.
Right.
It all comes down to common sense. Is it marketable? Is it scalable? Can you market your product? You've got to look at things with a wide angle lens, and you've got to be your own worst critic on this.
I would
Right.
also say take any advice from someone who has never owned a business with a ginormous salt block.
Grain,
Not just a grain of salt, just a ginormous salt block.
Yeah,
Like if they've never run a business before and they're trying to give you advice on how to run it, be like, you know what?
yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
Thank
You
you.
need to find, and we have all talked with folks that have done better than us and have taken advice from them. Find somebody that is successful in what you do and that is not a major butthole that will not gatekeep and will actually give you good sound advice.
Well,
That
that's
is
it.
my hot
find your
take.
community. I think find
Yep.
your
Yes.
find your people. Find people who do what you do, and emulate the successful people. Or it's hard to figure out who's successful and who's not sometimes based on social media, but find somebody that you connect with, like vibe wise, and
Social media can be full of liabilities.
liabilities.
That indeed.
Liabilities.
I've never heard that one
Diagnosable.
before.
You've never heard of diabetes?
No.
Diagnosable diabetes. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I've never heard of
yeah.
liabilities.
Well, we just drug Margaret out from underneath the rock.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
do
your
find
that's
that
your other word of the week now. Diabetes.
liabilities. I
Liabilities.
feel like that would have been a good redneck word of the week. I
That's
feel
not
like
a redneck word.
even
it's not a
though-
redneck word.
I work in New York City and work in like these, in the areas that are not so sheltered. I feel like I am very sheltered. There's a lot of stuff that...
Well, you also have to be aware.
Yes.
I'm just teasing you now,
Yes.
Margaret. Because we do all kinds of things around you, and
Oh
you
gosh,
are
you
very
really
not aware
do.
of what we're doing.
I am very not
Like-
aware of my surroundings. It's
Like
terrible.
when we snuck Jesse into the conference, and you had no freaking clue it was coming, even though we messed up every other day.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to go back and see some of that stuff now. Like go back into the archives and see where you guys had conversations and
Completely
got really
jacked up.
nervous. Oh my goodness, did I just blow it? Not realizing. Well, now you could probably just do it right in front of my face. Now that you know
Yeah, we
me
could.
and you know how oblivious I am, that you could probably just have full conversations right in front of my face. And I'll be like, what are they talking about? Did I miss something?
There was totally like times that I would post I would type something in the chat and there'd be a side chat from Sean like abort.
Yeah, totally, because she said something like, "Oh, we should try out this barbecue restaurant," and I'm like, "What the fuck
No,
are you
well, no,
talking about?"
I just sent a screenshot of a restaurant. I didn't say. And then after you said abort, I'm like, y'all should go here. Like, gosh, how do I recover?
Go here
from
and
this?
let me know if it's good. And I was like, "Oh God, that was a terrible cover," and yet it worked.
Well,
It worked.
yep. Although now maybe I would be like, what are they doing? Are they having a side conversation?
I don't know if you would or not.
No, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. There's just so much, that I juggle on the side
Yeah.
that, picking
You're
up on
oblivious.
nuances is not my thing. Not my
Sometimes
thing.
I'm willfully oblivious now. Like
Yeah.
I start tuning things
For
out
real.
now.
Yeah. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with common advice, but it becomes a problem when people repeat it without context. Every business is different, and sometimes the best advice is the kind you learn by actually doing the work, and occasionally by making mistakes, preferably small mistakes. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the Dirty Heifers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also watch full episodes and clips over on our YouTube channel. And if you want to support the show, check out today's sponsor, Warm and Fuzzy Soapery, where luxurious handmade bath products are designed to give you that cozy, comforting, warm and fuzzy feeling. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate y'all listening. And we'll see you next time. And until then, stay dirty, heifers.
Check your text messages.
Check my text messages.
Oh Lord. Skirt.
That's a look like she's spewing some bull right there.
I saw that and I started giggling, and then I hope she doesn't move until I get this picture. I didn't want to bring it up during the episode though.